Imagine a world without cars. No sleek sports cars, no rumbling trucks, no family sedans. From the moment Carl Benz first took his motor wagon for a spin back in 1886, we've been hooked. The internal combustion engine captured our imaginations and ignited a fire in our bellies. The open road became a symbol of possibility. Car enthusiast. The rumble of a powerful engine, the smell of gasoline, the thrill of putting the pedal to the metal. These are sensory experiences that get the heart racing. We formed bonds with our cars, giving them names, personalities, even talking to them when no one else would listen. It's also a story of relentless innovation, of pushing the limits of engineering and design. Over the decades, we've witnessed incredible advancements. Early car engineer. But just when we thought we'd reached the pinnacle of internal combustion perfection, a new kid on the block arrived, silent but deadly, the electric car. Buckle up, because the next chapter in automotive history is about to be written, and it's electric. Before gasoline-powered engines roared to life, there was steam. Early car engineer. Imagine cobblestone streets, clouds of steam billowing from the engine, and the constant fear of running out of water or, worse, exploding. Fast forward a few decades, and a new contender emerged, the internal combustion engine.
One of the key figures in this revolution was a German engineer named Nicholas Otto.
Otto's engine worked by igniting a mixture of air and fuel inside a cylinder, causing a controlled explosion that pushed a piston. The Benz patent motor wagon, while groundbreaking, was still a far cry from the cars we know today.
Enter Henry Ford. Ford had a vision to create a car for the masses, a vehicle so affordable and easy to use that it would revolutionize transportation forever.
The Model T was simple, robust, and relatively inexpensive, thanks in part to Ford's pioneering use of the assembly line. The success of the Model T ushered in a new era for the automobile.
Engines became more powerful, designs evolved from the boxy carriages of the early days to sleeker, more aerodynamic forms.
Roads improved, fueling a desire to travel further and explore the open road.
As the world entered the 1930s, a new design aesthetic began to take hold, streamlining.
Inspired by the principles of aerodynamics and a desire for speed and efficiency, cars shed their boxy forms in favor of sleek, wind-cheating curves.
Think of the elegant curves of a 1930s Duesenberg, the long, flowing lines of a Cord 810, or the teardrop shape of a Chrysler Airflow. The post-World War II era witnessed a surge in prosperity and consumerism, particularly in America.
The 1950s and 1960s were the golden age of the American automobile, an era defined by chrome-laden behemoths with tail fins that could pierce the heavens.
This era also saw the birth of the muscle car, a uniquely American breed of automobile that prioritized raw power and performance above all else.
As the 20th century drew to a close, a new force began to shape the automotive landscape: electronics.
What began with simple electronic ignition systems in the 1970s evolved into sophisticated engine management systems, anti-lock brakes, traction control, and eventually, the fully integrated computer networks that control nearly every aspect of modern vehicles.
Cars became smarter, safer, and more efficient thanks to the increasing integration of microprocessors and sensors.
Remember those early electric cars we talked about? The ones that sputtered and stalled before the might of the internal combustion engine? Well, they're back.
The 21st century has witnessed a seismic shift in the automotive industry, a quiet revolution driven by the rise of electric vehicles.
The Tesla Model S, with its blistering acceleration and impressive range, shattered the perception of electric cars as boring and impractical, proving that sustainability could be sexy. Let's face it, the internal combustion engine, for all its mechanical marvels, is a dirty beast.
The transportation sector is a major culprit in this global crisis. accounting for a significant portion of global greenhouse gas emissions.
Electric cars offer a viable path forward, a way to decarbonize transportation and mitigate the worst effects of climate change. For decades, the Achilles heel of the electric car has been the battery.
Lithium-ion batteries, the same technology that powers our smartphones and laptops, have become smaller, lighter, more energy-dense, and significantly cheaper to produce.
The battery revolution is just beginning, and it's poised to transform not just the automotive industry, but the way we power our world. Section 4. Government incentives and public perception.
The shift towards electric vehicles has been further accelerated by government policies and incentives aimed at promoting the adoption of cleaner transportation technologies.
Around the world, governments are offering tax breaks, subsidies, and other incentives to make electric cars more affordable for consumers.
In some countries, there are even penalties for driving older, more polluting vehicles, creating financial incentives for drivers to make the switch to electric.
These policies, combined with increasing public awareness of climate change and the environmental benefits of electric vehicles, have created a positive feedback loop, driving demand and spurring further innovation in the electric vehicle market.
The public perception of electric cars has also undergone a dramatic transformation.
No longer seen as niche products for eco-conscious early adopters, electric vehicles are increasingly viewed as stylish, desirable, and technologically advanced.
The stigma associated with electric cars is fading, replaced by a sense of excitement and optimism about the future of mobility.
From silent city streets to winding country roads, the electric whisper is growing louder, signaling a paradigm shift in the automotive industry, a shift toward a cleaner, more sustainable future. Section 1. Electrons in motion.
All right, gearheads, let's lift the hood on these electric marvels and see what makes them tick. Don't worry, you won't get greasy. In fact, you'll find it surprisingly elegant.
At the heart of every electric car is an electric motor, a device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, making those wheels spin.
Think of it as the muscle of the operation. But instead of guzzling petrol and belching fumes, it runs on a steady diet of electrons. These electrons flow from the battery, which we'll get to in a bit, to the motor, creating a magnetic field that interacts with the motor's internal components, causing it to rotate.
This rotation is then transmitted to the wheels through a transmission, much like in a conventional car, but simpler and with fewer moving parts.
No messy explosions, no intricate valvetrains, just a smooth, silent surge of power delivered with instant torque. That's right. Electric motors deliver maximum torque from a standstill, which explains why electric cars are renowned for their neck-snapping acceleration. It's like being launched from a catapult, only without the risk of medieval mishaps.
The simplicity of the electric drivetrain also translates into fewer maintenance requirements.
No oil changes, no spark plugs, no timing belts to replace, just pure electric efficiency.
Section 2. Regenerative braking, reclaiming lost energy.
Well, electric cars have found a clever way to reclaim some of that wasted energy through a nifty trick called regenerative braking. Remember all those years of slamming on the brakes and feeling that kinetic energy dissipate into thin air, or more accurately, into heat and brake dust?
Instead of drawing power from the battery, it uses the car's momentum to generate electricity. Here's how it works. When you hit the brakes in an electric car, the electric motor reverses roles, acting as a generator.
It's like getting a little energy boost every time you slow down, extending your range and reducing the amount of time you spend tethered to a charging station. This electricity is then fed back into the battery, replenishing its charge.
Regenerative braking is particularly effective in stop-and-go traffic, where you're constantly accelerating and decelerating.
This not only improves efficiency, but also reduces wear and tear on your brakes, as the regenerative braking system does most of the heavy lifting. It's like turning your car into a rolling power plant, capturing energy that would otherwise be wasted.
It's a win-win situation for both your wallet and the environment. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Or rather, the battery pack under the floor. The battery is the heart of an electric car, storing the electrical energy that powers the motor.
Think of it as the fuel tank of the electric age, only instead of gasoline, it's filled with lithium ions, those tiny energy carriers that have revolutionized portable electronics and now transportation.
Electric car batteries are made up of hundreds, sometimes thousands of individual lithium-ion cells, all wired together to provide the voltage and capacity required to propel the vehicle.
These cells are carefully managed by a sophisticated battery management system, or BMS, which monitors their temperature, voltage, and current, ensuring optimal performance and longevity.
The BMS is like the brain of the battery pack, constantly analyzing data and making adjustments to optimize charging and discharging cycles, preventing overcharging, overheating, and other conditions that could damage the cells and shorten the battery's lifespan.
It's this intricate dance of electrons, chemistry, and software that allows electric cars to store and release vast amounts of energy, silently propelling us into a cleaner, more sustainable future.
No more petrol stations, no more queuing up to pay exorbitant prices for fuel. One of the joys of owning an electric car is the convenience of charging it at home, overnight.
Simply plug it into a dedicated home charging station or even a standard household outlet.
But what about those long road trips? The electric charging infrastructure is rapidly expanding.
These stations, often located at shopping malls and rest stops, allow you to top up your battery.
And if you're in a hurry, fast charging stations can replenish your battery to 80% in under an hour.
The future of charging is also looking bright, with wireless charging technologies on the horizon.
Imagine parking your car over a charging pad and having it automatically replenish its battery.
The electric revolution is about reimagining the entire transportation ecosystem.
It's about embracing a cleaner, more sustainable future. The electric car arena isn't a polite Sunday drive. It's a full-blown clash of titans. Established automotive giants with decades of manufacturing muscle and brand recognition are now going head-to-head with agile startups, each vying for supremacy in this electrifying new era.
Think of it as a high-stakes game of chess, where seasoned grandmasters like Volkswagen, Toyota, and General Motors are being challenged by ambitious upstarts like Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid. These newcomers, unburdened by legacy technologies and traditional manufacturing models, have been quick to embrace the electric revolution, bringing fresh ideas, innovative designs, and a Silicon Valley swagger to the automotive world.
Tesla, the brainchild of Elon Musk, has been the undisputed disruptor in this space. With its sleek, high-performance electric vehicles, cutting-edge technology, and a cult-like following, Tesla has forced the automotive establishment to sit up and take notice.
No longer content with being niche players in the electric car market, traditional manufacturers are now pouring billions into research and development, launching their own electric models, and scrambling to catch up with Tesla's technological lead. The battle lines have been drawn and the stakes are high. It's a race to capture market share, win over consumers, and ultimately define the future of mobility.
The competition in the electric car market is not just about speed or luxury, it's about creating a seamless ecosystem. Charging infrastructure is a key battleground.
Imagine a future where charging your car is as easy as tapping your phone, and range anxiety is a distant memory. That's the future these companies are racing to build.
But it's not just about charging, it's about the entire ownership experience, from software updates to self-driving capabilities.
The car of the future is a connected, intelligent space. Buckle up for the electric revolution.
So, there you have it. The car. From steam-powered contraptions to silent electric marvels, it's been quite a journey. But as we stand at the cusp of a new era, the road ahead is paved with both promise and uncertainty.
The internal combustion engine faces its mortality. Governments are pushing for a future where electric cars rule the roads. The shift to electric vehicles will require a massive overhaul of our infrastructure. Making electric cars accessible to everyone is crucial for mass adoption.
The electric revolution is sparking a wave of innovation in the automotive industry and beyond. The car of the future might not even resemble the cars we know today. Imagine self-driving electric vehicles that whisk us to our destinations. Cities designed for pedestrians and cyclists, where cars are shared, not owned.
Transportation that's efficient, convenient, and sustainable. A future where technology creates a better, cleaner world. It's a future we must actively shape through our choices.
The car has always been a symbol of progress and innovation. The open road awaits, paved with electrons. Buckle up and embrace the electric revolution.